Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot.
And the ball's loose. Now the defense has got it going the other way.
You had to wonder about this guy's confidence coming into this one. He put it on the ground in their last game. They lost. He had to hear about it all week long in the media, and now he's just put it on the ground again.
The offense set for a first down play. The run to the left. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC.
And he hammers his way in for a touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the offense onto the field again. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going here.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
He'll pull it on the read. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. On the move at the 30. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick release on the RPO. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. The expressway is wide open. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. The give to the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Crosses the 35. He's off to the races. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Touch pass on the run. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans...
And he's got a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Then the short completion brings up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. At the 40, there he goes. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Colin.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
That's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Going the other way, and he's got room. first down for this offense. Running back goes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Running toward the tape. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quick pass on the fly motion.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just under half a minute to go before the break. They'll take over 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got a man in the middle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He wants to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got his man. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to throw for it. Got his man down the middle. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Fires toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 30. Oh, look out. There he goes. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After misfiring, it's second down. They'll put the tight end in motion. The play action fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Finally, the defense gets to the quarterback. I say finally because last week they had 6 sacks. They were harassing the QB so far today. Just their first sack. They got to continue to get more pressure on the quarterback.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. And that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires one high and deep. It's complete, a huge pickup. And it'll be a touchdown.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense set on first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. With jet sweep pass. Flying down the left side. Inside the 50. Inside the 30. The 10. And he will house it. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Central Michigan has the lead right now. Mount Pleasant has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Rice. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Get set, get set.
Off play action. And wings it incomplete.
Second down, falls incomplete. Third down coming up.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Makes a connection. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Here we go.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
At the 36. Second down coming up.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's going to pass on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
He's brought down at the 38. Brings up third down. On the ready.
Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They want to throw it. A little screen to the running back. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. He's looking to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. He wants to throw it again. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. On third and long, the blitz pretty much puts the offense out of its misery with the sack.
Yeah, and it's so tough for the offensive line when you get in these situations and you know all these fast athletes are going to be getting after the quarterback. Who's coming, who's not coming. This is why you try to stay out of third and longs, because bad things happen.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. A first down for the offense. The give on the counter. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
He breaks a tackle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Second down coming up. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And the heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. First down here for the offense. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Using the quick game.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Looking for more room. Past the 30. 10. It's Pater late in the game.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. The back goes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Headed to the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he tacks on the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. And he's running in the open. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout by the defense.
One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. We saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA.